Here is something that sounds illegal but isn't. Some of the richest people on Earth, people worth tens of billions of dollars, legally pay almost nothing in income tax. Not through some shady offshore scheme, not by hiding money in a briefcase, but by using a strategy so simple, so elegant that once you understand it, you'll never look at wealth the same way again. It has a name among the people who use it: buy, borrow, die. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it works and why it's completely legal. To understand it, you first have to understand the trick at the center of the entire tax system. You are taxed on your income, the money you earn from working, but you are not taxed on what you own. If you buy something and it goes up in value, you don't owe a single cent in tax until the moment you sell it. That word, sell, is the key to everything. As long as you never sell, the gain is invisible to the tax system. The ultra-wealthy built an entire strategy around that single loophole. Step 1. Buy. The rich don't hold their wealth as cash sitting in a bank, being taxed and losing value to inflation. They hold it as assets: company stock, real estate, entire businesses. A founder who owns a huge stake in their company might be worth $50 billion on paper. But here's the thing, they don't earn a salary of $50 billion. On paper, their income can be almost nothing. And you can't tax income that, technically, doesn't exist. So here's the problem the rich had to solve. Their entire fortune is locked up in stock they refuse to sell, because selling means taxes. But they still need money to live: mansions, jets, yachts. So how do you spend billions without selling anything and without earning a taxable salary? The answer is the most powerful 3 words in finance: buy, borrow, die. Which brings us to step 2. Borrow. This is the genius move. Instead of selling their assets to get cash, which would trigger a massive tax bill, they borrow against them. A billionaire can walk into a bank, point to $100 million of stock, and take out a loan using that stock as collateral. And here is the crucial part. A loan is not income. You don't pay income tax on borrowed money because you have to pay it back. So they get millions in cash to spend on houses, jets, anything, completely tax-free. The interest on these loans is often tiny compared to how fast their assets keep growing. They're borrowing against a mountain that keeps getting taller. So they buy assets and never sell. They borrow against those assets to fund their lifestyle, tax-free. But there's still one problem left. Eventually, don't they have to settle up? Doesn't the debt come due, and the tax bill with it? And this is where the third step, the darkest and most powerful one, comes in. Step 3. Die. It sounds grim, but it's the entire point of the strategy. Under the tax law in many countries, when a person dies, the value of their assets is stepped up to the current market price for their heirs. In plain terms, all those decades of untaxed gains are simply wiped clean. The children inherit the assets, the outstanding loans are settled from the estate, and the enormous gains that were never taxed during the person's life are never taxed at all. The cycle completes. Buy, borrow, die. And a fortune passes from one generation to the next, having barely touched the tax system. Now, is this legal? Yes. That's what makes it so remarkable. Everything I've described uses rules that exist in plain sight. It's why you'll sometimes hear that a billionaire paid a lower tax rate than a school teacher. Not because they broke the law, but because the law taxes income, and they've arranged their lives to have almost none. Their wealth grows. They live like kings. And the tax system is designed around a word: sell, that they simply never have to say. This is the quiet machinery underneath extreme wealth. Not salaries, not paychecks, but assets, debt, and time. The rich don't play the same game you do and win. They play a completely different game. One most people don't even know exists. If this changed how you see money, subscribe to The Quiet Rich, where every week we uncover the hidden economics the wealthy would rather you never understood. This channel is for education only, and it's not financial advice, but understanding the rules is the first step to ever changing them.